And now we go live to our commentators, John Murphy and David Jones.
Well, good evening, Facebook fans out there of Anna Creek Golf Course. Steve Holmes here commentating tonight, taking over from the fancy Murph, who wasn't able to make it in today. But shout out, hey Murph, if you're watching out there. So we've got a bit of a feature match happening tonight between Mr. Ryan Edwards and Benny Williams. So here in the Lamington Lounge, going to be doing some questions. How are you feeling out there tonight, Ryan?
Yeah, good mate. Great day today. It's a great night tonight, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah,
looking forward
fair
to
enough. And you've done a little bit of putting practice out there, I could see a little earlier. Are you dialing that in at all? Or?
Mate, just saving a few for out there later, not holding too many now, just getting the feel, and yeah, all good.
Okay, great. And course veteran, life member, Benny Williams, how are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And how's your road been into tonight's match? You obviously made it through the pool stages, so into the final system now. How you found your matches so far?
Yeah, they've been pretty good. I'm lucky enough that last week I won by a sort of fold. He missed his short little putt and give it to me, which was lucky enough for me, and I'm hoping Ryan does the same tonight.
Fair enough. And how about yourself, Ryan? Getting through to the finals must have felt pretty good. I think you've played in our previous tournaments as well. So
yeah, I've done pretty well here, mate. I love the lush greens at Erina. It's I can't seem to hold anything on at Shelley, so I come here and the bigger cups make it a lot easier for me. So it's good.
Yeah, it's good, and I suppose the playing at night must make it a little bit different for you as well. You don't necessarily come here of a Tuesday night, which is when we usually play night golf. But how do you find the difference between playing day golf and night golf? Yeah,
it's a bit different of a challenge. Obviously, you use the night ball where it flies a little bit further. Yep. So yeah, you obviously have to light it up as well. So as long as you keep it straight and don't lose it in the bush, you'll get it back. So no, it's good. I enjoy the night. It's a different challenge. So it's yeah, the game's challenging enough, but add that into a different aspect. It's good. Yeah, good.
And Benny, how have you been playing lately? You're playing obviously quite often on Tuesday nights. You're playing okay lately?
Yeah, I think it's definitely probably the best I've played in a long time. My handicap jumps up and down a lot. Yep. But yeah, at the moment it's sticking around the same for the last couple of weeks, so that's a good sign. Okay, there's a bit of a challenge set it out, I think, there. Benny's sort of saying his handicap's all right. So you've got 3 shots tonight, I think, yes. Don't you? So your shots are on first, third and eighth? Yes. All right, so look out for that one out there, guys. So you'll have a bit of a challenge there, I think, with giving 3 shots away. But
yeah, I'm not really happy about it, you know. It's not much I can do about it, though. Like I
will need them, Ryan. I will need them.
I feel like I'm giving a donation down at Salvo's, but I'm happy to help Benny out. You know, I've always been a giver, not a receiver, so I'm more than happy to help Benny out in that regards.
Nice, thanks, mate.
Well, we've had a bit of rain overnight here at Erina Creek as well, so hopefully the greens are a little bit softer. They might hold a little bit for you as well. So we know that the night balls do bounce quite a bit out here, and they do fly a little bit longer. So hopefully they'll hold up for you on the greens tonight. But thank you very much, gentlemen. I think I'll call it there. Thank you very much. Good luck. All the best, and hope you guys have a good match out there tonight.
Good luck.
Cheers,
Thank
boys.
You, gents.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just getting a call from the producers, guys. So the boys are going to head out now and do a bit of warming up. We've got some practice mats out there. While the boys get warmed up, I'd like to introduce you to Casey Van Loo. Not too bad, no, not too bad. So Casey's from SOGO Golf. So any fans out there of night golf and whatnot, they can jump onto Facebook and look you guys up. So. How you feeling tonight? This is your first time here in the Lamington Lounge and having a look at the...
I was lucky enough a few weeks ago to come up and play in the comp for the first time. It was a night golf, but what a great concept. I worked up here for a few years and didn't even know the course was here. So
yep.
Great place to go and play 9, and like you say, the big cups is makes you feel like a bit of a better golfer, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think playing at night and having the larger cups, because it kind of compensates for each other, because it's a different sort of game at night. But those bigger cups definitely help out a little bit, holding some putts.
Sure.
But yeah, maybe on to some more important matters. SOGO Golf, yourself and a business partner started that up not too long ago. But where did the idea come from for SOGO Golf?
Yeah, so our chairman, Daniel Seymour, came up with the concept a couple of years ago, basically looking for a way for people who are time poor, who play a lot of different courses, that really want to get out, and the rounds that they can't play on a Saturday or a Thursday, maybe they've got kids' sport, maybe they've got work commitments, things like that. So the concept was to try and create a platform that'll allow you to go out and make those rounds count, even if they're a Tuesday afternoon, a late Saturday, or if you're going to a club where you're not a member or the comp's shut. So
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we wanted to come up with the concept that let people play, and we thought, why don't we bring those golfers together? So we've come up with a concept now that allows golfers to go out and compete, and it puts you on a national leaderboard against golfers from all over the nation.
Okay, great. So maybe give the guys out there a bit of a rundown on how SOGO Golf works and what the formats are, and give the guys a bit of a rundown. It's
pretty simple. We put a lot of effort into making it simple. So we put a lot of effort into making it as fewer touches to get the round started. You basically download the app. The courses are all loaded. You go through and you can play hole by hole. So it'll allow you to go through and play hole by hole, or you can throw your phone in the bag, start the round at the start of the round, and at the end of the round you simply submit your scores, take a photo of the scorecard and send it to us, and we do the rest.
Okay.
The beauty of it is as well that if you're playing with another golfer that's got a handicap, you can submit those rounds to GolfLink as well.
Okay,
so
great.
It means that you're really working towards getting your handicap as what it really is.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so how does the technology work? So there's an app and whatnot involved, and you were mentioning carrying the phone in the bag, so you're taking that round with you. So how does the technology work?
So technology, the key thing is that you need to be on the course where you are, so it has some GPS technology to check where you are and those safeguards.
Great.
We've got some patented safeguards there around that sort of thing.
Okay.
And other than that, it's quite simple. The courses, we were the first mobile app linked to GolfLink. So we linked up a few years ago with that, so that hadn't been done, and it basically pulls down all the course details. You select your tee box, it pulls down your handicap and applies the slope rating, and that puts all the players across the nation basically on a level playing field.
Okay,
and
great.
from there, it's simple hole by hole score entry and submission.
Yep. Okay, and the formats that are involved. So I know you got punters out there that can't necessarily play a round of 18.
Yep.
They can play a round of 9 as well, and still be able to submit their scores. So
absolutely.
Take us through some of the formats.
That was another thing that we wanted to really promote, was 9-hole golf. So we've done something a little different. If you only play 9, we have a national 9-hole leaderboard. If you play 18, your front and back 9 go on that 9-hole leaderboard as well as the 18-hole leaderboard. So if you haven't had a great front 9, it gives you a reason to start again. And if you've shot the lights out on the front, that's in the bank.
Yep.
Takes a bit of pressure off, and you can go and try and close it out.
Yeah, right.
We have basically your best score in the week goes onto the leaderboard, your best 3 in the month, and your best 5 in the year.
Okay. So they go into competitions and they can win prizes and whatnot throughout the course of the year. So weekly, monthly, annually comps?
Weekly, monthly, annual. And we're also at the moment, if you play by this Friday, we're running a major every time there's a major on. So we've got basically your best score over 2 weeks combined, and you can win a nice SOGO blue jacket.
Yep. Okay. So Brooks Koepka out there, if you're wanting to get involved, by all means, you've had some cracking rounds this weekend. I think you got the 54 course record, 54 hole course record ever. So, mate, throwing it out to you there. So get involved. Yep. Okay, so you've had a chance to have a look at the guys out there doing a bit of warming up tonight. What are you thinking about the match coming up?
I just watched the interview with Ryan and Ben. A couple of nice guys, funny guys. They've been out there warming up. Don't like to pick favourites, but the way they're striking them, my money's on Ryan. He's been putting them down the middle. So,
all right,
yeah. But good luck to both the guys. Hope they go well.
All right. Okay, so on to SOGO Golf. So how can people get involved? How do they get involved and see you on social media, etc.?
Yeah, okay. So basically we've got our website is www.sogo.golf. Facebook is just searching for SOGO Golf app, and on Instagram it's SOGO_golf. We've given over $20,000 worth of prizes so far, so there's plenty of reasons to join. And I think if you look up on the screen that you may have a code for signing up, which is ECG001, and if you put that in as you sign up, we'll get you some extra tokens. So the app's free to download. You get 3 free tokens to start with. The way the tokens work is, if you play 9 holes, it costs you a token, which is about $1. If you play 18, it's 2 tokens. So we'll flick 3 tokens. If you use that code, you'll get a handful more tokens, so you can get out and give it a good try.
Okay, great. So yeah, guys, have a look at your screen now. We'll put some more information up a little bit later as well, and you'll be able to get involved onto SOGO Golf. So what's next for SOGO Golf?
Okay, so the big thing we want to work on, we've just been doing a rework of the app. We've sort of been really focused on getting the bugs out and things like that, and the app's been running really well. From this point, we really want to put the ability in golfers' hands to create their own competitions. So pull together, similar to footy tipping online, where your score will go to the national competition, but you can also set up a work comp or whatever. So that's going to be our next step.
Okay, so into leagues and
things like that. We want to put a lot more into statistics and telling you what you've achieved in a round. So it might be your best birdie run, things like that. So that people are finding what they've achieved every round, even if they don't realise it. So golfers that are playing right now are building those stats, and when this stuff lands, you'll find out how you've been going for the last year. And we want to, as you guys are doing here, do a bit more live content. We had a great day out at Mona Vale Golf Course last week, doing a playoff for our major. We want to get out on the course a bit more, and as you guys do, highlight these amateur golfers and give them that professional experience, and put them under the pressure of sort of a national spotlight. So
okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Casey. I appreciate your
the time. Yeah, that was great.
By all means, jump onto our Facebook page, have a look. We'll put up some more content, but you can find SOGO Golf on Facebook, and you're also on Instagram.
Yep, and if you have any trouble, contact us through the website, www.sogo.golf.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Casey. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Cheers. So, just going to go to Chaz out in the field. So, Chaz, have you got me there? Are you out with the players? Fantastic. Do you want to organise the players and get them onto the first tee box? And whilst you organise them, maybe give us a bit of a rundown on the course conditions out there tonight.
Absolutely. I'll just move the players over, and then I'll come back to you in 2 seconds. Are you there?
Yep, here, Chaz.
Yeah, it's a beautiful evening for night golf. There's a little bit of a chill in the air. The course is looking fantastic. The moisture on the ground from the rain we've had the last few days, the last night, sorry. But absolutely perfect conditions, I think. Going to be there's a bit of mist coming in, so that's going to add to the atmosphere. But all looking fantastic.
Very good, teeing it up for a quality night of golf. Thank you very much. Whilst you're getting the players onto the first tee box and to do the coin toss, I might introduce our commentators for this evening. So we've got John Murphy here and Slapper. How are you guys this evening?
John Murphy.
Yep, John Murphy's not here.
John Murphy.
John Murphy's here.
Doing a call out for Mr. Murphy there. So, Mr. Jones, how are you this evening?
Mate, great. Speaking of Mr. Murphy, I had the pleasure of playing with Mr. Murphy on Tuesday night and saw the most schizophrenic round I've ever seen. He's currently away getting psychological help for his golf. He had a hole-in-one and a couple of fives, and it was the best and worst round of golf I've ever seen, all in one evening. Big shout out, John Murphy, legend.
And I think he finished on that hole in one, didn't he?
He did. Finished on a hole in one, and I don't think he's woken up yet, mate. I think it's still feeling a little bit like a dream to John Murphy. I think it was 5 or 6 over at one stage and finished birdie eagle to finish 2 over.
Wow,
so
fantastic, great round.
Some round
Murph.
of golf.
Glad to see you back, and and injury free. Hopefully you stay that way for a while, mate. But Slapper, how are you this evening?
Great, yeah, fantastic. Bit of a late night last night watching the elections, and played Masters Pennants today and had a nice draw against my opponent, which was good. And the team won. Shelley Beach won, beat Gosford 9 points to 6. So Masters Pennants is alive and well, or as it's also known as Voltaren Pennants.
Voltaren Pennants.
Had a few games of that myself, Slap, I understand.
All right. We might throw to Chaz out there. He's got the players on the first tee. Chaz, have you got me there? It looks like you're just doing the coin toss. What's the result?
Might be a bit of an argument here, boys, over who called heads.
Yes.
They're going to go again, I think, are they? Or
Steve, Brian has elected to let Benny have first blow.
oh, he sent him in, Slap.
Yeah, send him in the bat.
Confidence.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Chaz, out there. Good luck to the gentlemen, and play well.
Yeah, I don't mind that tactic, throwing the opponent in the bat.
Yeah, I think it's good. See if they've got any nerves. The first shot's going to bring it out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great night out there for it. There's a little bit of mist around. Erina Creek is looking absolutely spectacular after some overnight rain. Benny's got his dad here with him.
Looks like he's
Tell
about
some
to get
stories
underway.
about Benny on Tuesday night during the commentary tonight as well. First hole. Benny's got a shot, so he wants to get this on the green and put some pressure on. He's hit a great
Well,
looking
looks
shot.
good, doesn't
This
it?
is the right length. It's going to be very tidy.
Oh,
And
what
it's
a
super
shot.
tidy. Great shot and a great start by Benny Williams.
Fantastic, and that's a front pin placement there, so really the big swale on the green doesn't come into play unless you go long, but geez, good start there.
And he's there for none.
He is. He's got a shot on this hole.
Okay, so Rhino won't be phased at all by that. He knows it's a 9-hole event. He'll be just trying to saddle one up nice and tight there and make a birdie and put some pressure on Benny to hole his. Good contact. Looks like a pretty good shot.
And that's
yeah,
a
that's a
great
great
shot.
shot. Right over the flag.
Can it hold up?
And hung there, so jig. Sterling start to the match, Slap.
Wow.
Holy hell, what's going on?
Great start, almost. So I was half thinking we might see a hole in one tonight, but tell you what, it's
Nearly
one
saw
bounce
two.
it almost went in.
Yeah.
That definitely looked like it was going to go in. I think from the tee box, I reckon his heart would have been in his mouth.
Great looking shot.
Good to follow a shot like that too. Like it's all right to send your mate in a bat, but when he stands up there and stumps one, you've got to follow it. And what a great work.
Do you think we got a couple of 12-footers there, I think? Roundabouts, 12,
Yeah.
15 foot?
I tell you, the big thing is with night golf, and the holes are big, but it's a different type of play. It's a different type of putting. You've got to up the speed, and I was out there having a putt earlier on and don't think I made one, from around 15 foot because you really take the break out and just give it a good hit. And I think what a lot of the club players do around here is that they think it's like, playing back at home where you play a
You
lot
don't
of
putt
break.
dying pace here, do you?
No, you've got to have the pace up and just be confident. If you miss it, it's 5 foot past, you've got a big hole. Just up the holding speed all the time. But time and time again, we if there's one thing that all the players do is probably just a bit timid on the putts.
And as you say, with the big holes, it's a cardinal sin here.
Yeah, that was
5 or 6 foot pass, not as scary as it is on
on a normal
standard
green.
hole,
Yeah. No, I was putting out there about 20 minutes, and I was quite surprised about how different they do play. Look, the greens look perfect. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a great camera view there.
Great shot of Rhino's putt here.
A bit of applause there for.
Maybe Rhino's got the first blow. His is probably distanced a bit foreshortened by the camera. He's having a good look at it. I think this is pretty much straight in, Slap. I don't think it's going to do a lot. Getting back to your argument about pace, mate, if he keeps the pace up here, it's just straight in.
It is. But then it's not only the pace, but then you've got to halve the amount of break when you're
Yeah.
upping the holding pace. So
I think you can putt this straight at the flag at any pace. He's pushed it.
yeah, broke away.
I think you'll probably tell Benny to pick that up.
I think he'll concede. No, he's letting him putt it.
So
Letting him
Benny's
putt
got
it.
2 putts for a win.
driven that.
Oh.
Might
he'd already
have
been conceded.
Yeah, it might have been a practice putt.
Okay, so Benny's goes to the second one up.
Yeah, no,
He'll
I
have
know.
shots on 3 and 8 as well, Slap. So
3
it's
and
a
8.
3-shot differential tonight. So Ryan's off square, Benny's off 3. So Benny's won one of his holes. He needs to take advantage of the holes he gets a shot on. Rhino's going to be pretty solid all night. I don't think he's going to make too many mistakes and let Benny in. So it's up to Benny to play good golf and make sure he can hang with him on those holes where he doesn't have a shot and try and take advantage of the holes where he picks up one.
And just on the playing conditions, you can see a bit of mist is rolling in there. That's a beautiful shot there.
That's
that
fantastic
flag
shot.
is cut. It's in such a hard spot up the
It's
top there.
insane up the top there.
But that's night golf. We're heading into autumn here for our Northern Hemisphere viewers. Temperature's about 16 degrees at the moment, so it's quite a little bit cold. But you can see Ryan's still playing without a jumper on.
Full moon hovering above the
Full
course
moon.
tonight as well.
That's the big thing we've got to mention, and the effect of the full moon. We know what the effect of the moon has on the players' brains, but it also does affect the golf ball, as we've seen.
Definitely. He looks to have lost that a bit right. Doesn't look to be too tragically right, just short rightish.
Yeah,
So
sure, right.
going to be a tough chip to get it on that back level from down there. Might
Very
almost
tough.
be worth trying to putt it up there.
Yeah,
So a
well,
little opening here for Rhino. The safe shot here is in the gully, and give yourself a chance at that putt for 2, but you don't want to land it on that back tier and see it go over the back. It's really difficult. Then you've almost got to leave your second shot short.
Well, commentators curse here. I'd probably say it's just about impossible to get it to the back level there, because anything landing up the top's going to go through. Anything hitting into the short's probably going to stop. Having said that, Ryan's probably going to hit it to about 2 foot.
Yep. Geez, he's a good shot.
Good
It's the right
shot.
club.
Maybe going a little left.
Oh, no, it's just got away a bit on him.
Oh,
That's right where you don't want it.
No,
It's coming across a bit, but it's just such a tough shot.
Plus, you've got the dew, which is starting to form there. So it's, you're thinking, what are you going in there with a chip of the sand iron, or are you going to go putt it up the hill? And with the dew forming on the ground there, it's going to be slowing the ball up. So it's basically how it
Either shot
feels.
can make a goose of you, can't it? It's
Both.
It's just a tough shot from over the back there.
Plus, also the added thing about with night golf, the depth perception about especially with chip shots, you want to really get the bounce underneath it, but it's just so much more difficult at night. So there's going to be probably lying pretty square there, I reckon, at this stage. No advantage to any person.
No.
I think I've played shots from pretty much every space around this green on these holes. So
tough one to hit.
It is very tough to get it when that pin is up on that top section. It's very, very tough to get it to the top there, no matter where you're hitting from. So, what do you reckon Benny's going to do here, boys? Do you reckon he's going to whack the Texas wedge out and get the slapstick, or think he's going to chip it
Probably
up there?
depends how he feels. I'd say, Holmesy, it's a tough chip because you can't fly it all the way to the back and spin it up and stop it. So you've got to play a pitch and run that's going to run through the gully and up the other side. So the risk is you give it too much, you're over the back. If you don't give it enough, you've still got that putt up the hill. So look, I'd be taking the putter if I was Benny and just trying to get it on that back level, give himself a chance at a par and put some pressure on Rhino. If he puts this on the back level, 8 or so feet from the hole, he's done really well.
Well, he's taken your advice here. He's had a putt, and there it goes down.
Oh, this looks like great
And
pace. If it stays, run up and mark it. Ooh. Yeah, well, he's got away with that. That's a straight up putt from there. He can hit that sort of just inside the left lip. And
now Rhino's taken the putter option. It's probably a smart option.
Yeah, I think so. It's in match play. You just want to give yourself a chance at making 3, don't you?
Well, the worst thing you can do is chunk a chip. So get it trundling up the hill, up, across, and keep going. But
that's
very hard shot.
So they're neither of those are gimmies. Benny looks like he's away first.
No mucking around.
No, he's been drinking by the look of that last shot.
Well, the cameraman has.
Yeah. So he just wants to keep the pace up on this. The last thing you want to do. He's kept the pace up all right, but he's
took all the break out of that.
Yeah, probably would have gone in if he hit it straight, but he just. Okay, he's going to finish this off. He needs to put that hill out of his mind and just knock this in the middle. Well done.
There you go.
Good four. Good four. So Rhino got a putt to win this hole and get back to square. And I'm sure that's what he's thinking, because he's got to give a shot away on the next.
Experienced player there, Rhino. You saw him wiping the dew off the face of the club.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, nice win, sorry. So that's
All square.
all square slap, and going to one of my favourite holes on the course.
Yeah, it's a great little hole, isn't it? 130 metres, as you see up there. Sponsored by Scope Legal. And it plays down in the bowl there. When there's a bit of wind down there, the wind can swirl around, but you can see the flag's completely limp there, so there's no wind to speak of at the moment.
Yeah.
All right, so what sort of club selection do you think the guys are going to be hitting off here? It's 130 metres tonight.
I think you can hit a high shot in there tonight with the overnight rain. It's going to land pretty soft, so I'd be expecting, to fly a good hard wedge or a 9-iron in there with these balls. So
the balls, I think, do they go a little bit further?
I think they do, yeah.
I think they're about a club and a half.
Club
maybe.
and a half, but with the dew, you're looking at, I think it's 86% humidity out there at the moment, so a bit of dew, so it's probably going to neutralise the effect of the ball.
You have got the gravitational pull of the full moon, though, Slap. Don't forget that. That will add some trajectory to the shot.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to draw the ball up a little bit higher?
Well, the full
It'll
moon
just
does.
give it that. Yeah. It just defeats the gravity for a while.
When you get the waning crescent, it seems to pull the ball towards the curvature of the moon there. But,
I actually think some of you guys will be doing some braille commentary here. I don't think you'll see it. Look at it. How are you going to see it?
It's a bit misty out there tonight. I think the glow ball hopefully will give us a bit of direction.
We can see a flag in the distance. So Rhino looks like he's got a 9-iron. He's made a good swing at that.
He doesn't mind it, I don't think.
Producers are.
I think that's on the green. Did I see something on the green, or was that just complete imagination? Yeah, it must have been, because I can't see the green anymore.
I think you do get a bit more mist down there.
There we
there's
go.
a shot there.
That's looking down the next hole. So that's I think that's at the top tier of the green, just onto the right edge of the green.
Oh, yep, gotcha.
The pin must be at the front this week.
Okay, so Benny, unfortunately, I played with Benny on Tuesday night. We got to this hole and there was a bit of chatter on the green. I'm not going to say who was responsible, but it did produce a couple of shanks in a row. I'm glad he's got that one off the club face.
He's got the lean going.
I think he's leaning into it.
He did suggest that all he needed was some mashed tatey and he could have a lovely meal.
A lamb shank?
2 shanks, yeah. Yeah. Well, this will be interesting. We don't really know where they've gone, Slap, but that's what happens at the Erina Creek. There we go. There's Rhinos, but I don't see Benny anywhere. Yeah, so Rhinos front right.
There's Ben. There's this side of the minge.
Now I can see about 4 balls.
Or is that? Oh, that's pin height, right of the green.
Yeah, so he's got a bit to do there. Both got a bit to do, actually. So again, not a breath of wind down there. So without that wind, we might see a bit more mist come in. Down this bottom corner of the course, this is down where the creek is. And so you will see a bit more mist down there.
So he's got an interesting chip over the minge there, and it doesn't look like there's much green between the minge and the pin. Tough,
very tough. He's gonna have to be happy, Holmesy, with just getting that on the green and giving himself a putt. I mean, if you can slide the sand iron under that and get a nice bit of groove on it, he might be able to land it softly there. But gee, it's a shot that could make you look silly.
And what about the performance of these balls around the greens?
Oh, pretty good, Slap. Pretty good, yeah. Look, they react quite well with sand wedges, so you can get the ball to land softly, more with trajectory than that sharp spin you get off a modern ball. But they're definitely got some feel around the greens.
No plug for any ball you're playing at the moment? No word from your sponsor?
No, not at this stage.
Contract issues?
Probably talks have broken down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So Hot Dot's not coming to the party this year for you?
No, well, but Rocket haven't stopped Spalding Rocket haven't stopped speaking to me yet. So,
and you played a season with DDHs too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. Yep.
The old dodecahedron ball.
Yep. Yeah, with those dots that made the
ball
come
straighter.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though. I bought quite a few boxes of those, and I didn't fix my snap hooks.
No.
Okay, so Benny's got to try and just nudge this over, land it as close to the front edge as he can, let it release up. And if he gets it right, I think he can pretty much walk away with the hole. He's played a great shot here.
Oh, big bounce.
Big bounce, but that's all right. It's only 5 or 6 feet past. Should be makeable. Made a good putt on 2, so he should be happy with the putter.
I think he thought that was very close to going in. Oh, look at that miss now.
Well, the miss has come in. There's Rhino over there. And
charging up the ball.
I think those trees are just hiding the pin.
It's not a bad angle. We don't know what club he's pulled. I think it's a chipping type club.
No, he's on the green. He's putting.
He's putting.
Yeah, so I'll try and cut from this shot to the flag.
There we go.
Okay, so you can see he's got the putter there, and he's putting into the mist. I think our production team will be able to catch the roll of this ball after he hits it. So here he goes. He's putting for birdie, which means Benny would have to hold his if he makes it. So the ball's on the way. And it's nice and close. I'd say Benny will concede that for 3. But Benny's got to putt to win the hole and go back to 1 up. And it looks like he's jumping straight in. Probably can just give this a bit on the right edge. I don't think he's got it high enough.
One of the Facebook comments I was reading earlier was obviously one of Benny's mates said with Benny playing it's going to take all night. He's it's almost a sledge that he's a slow player, but we haven't seen that today.
No, he's pretty quick on the trigger, isn't he? So it looks like they haven't conceded these putts. We're going to have to see both of them. So here's Benny tapping his in for 4, hopefully. What's he doing? Lighting up the
putter, I think.
Putter, yeah. He's having trouble seeing his putter.
Yeah, might have the.
It's Ryan, I think, is it? It's gone into putt.
Looks that way. And
was it Benny? Yeah,
no,
that was Ryan.
That was Ryan.
No, Benny's got the shorts on. Ryan's got long pants on.
Oh, that was Benny. Sorry,
Benny's in. Benny's in for 4.
Anyway, I think these blokes were playing at night time.
Yeah. So this should be routine, I'd say.
Still taking his time and making sure he gets it right. Well done. So the boys will walk on to the 4th all square.
Tennis court hole.
Yeah, tough hole in these greasy conditions, isn't it? Because you're hitting a lofted club off a fairly tight lie there.
And don't want to go left.
No. It'll be wet in there and pretty much unplayable.
I think the cameras are probably giving a good view as to how dark it actually is out there. I mean, the lights definitely give it some ambience, but
yes.
We've seen some rain delays, I suppose, in recent competitions of late, and they play into the evening. So the filters that they've got on the cameras tend to make it look like it's a lot lighter. But what do you think the cameras are doing here? Do you reckon it's giving it justice as to how dark it actually is?
That's pretty much what it feels like on that tee, what you can see there at the moment. The tee is lit up. It's not by any means dark, but because there's mist around tonight and it's sort of up at that light level, it's actually stopping the lights from doing their job. But that's about it. I think what you're seeing there is what it'd feel like to the players, although they're wandering down to try and find the.
I think they're looking for the pin.
Well, we've never seen that before.
No.
Normally, so it must be a lot worse than what we're seeing now, because that green is normally very accessible, very visible from that tee.
It's really hard to see Chaz for some reason.
I might go out to Chaz and just check in with him and see what the players are doing at the moment. Chaz, can you hear me?
He might be busy officiating.
Even on the second shortest hole, we can't actually see the flag, so the boys have just walked up and now managed to get a line of sight to where they're aiming.
Wow.
Excellent. That's great.
Well, I wasn't predicting that the conditions were going to be worse than the Joe Spears-Mick Lamaro match.
Yeah.
The fog did come in then, but this...
That was only really the third hole, wasn't it?
This is
stayed around the creek that night, but it's hovered over the course tonight. Oh, this is good. We're seeing some excellent night golf skills come out now. So the boys are hitting into the fog and hoping.
That's it.
Let's see what Rhino's got here. 90 metres. Should be just a nice solid sand iron for him by the look of it.
I think he likes it. Yeah, it's a great shot.
Good shot.
Great shot.
Left of the pin.
Nice smooth rhythm there.
Pretty much means he's pulled it.
Yes. It's only 90 metres, but still can throw up some challenges, especially left. You just don't want to go left.
I think this is one of my favourite greens to putt on though, Slap. This is feels like you can make everything on this green.
We see a lot of birdies on here.
So Benny will know that Rhino's hit a good shot. He needs to answer with something pretty strong here. He wants to stay in the match. He doesn't get a shot now. Well, looks like that's short.
Ooh.
And right, I'd say. Yep.
That
so
was a
he's in
miscue.
strife there. This is the always going to be the tough stretch for Benny. He now doesn't get a shot until the 8th, and he's got 4, 5, 6 and 7, which are all tough holes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where Rhino can put the match away, or Benny can hang in there and get himself to the 8th.
And I might get out to Chaz now. He's got the players. He's walking alongside the players, hopefully there, and I think he might have Ryan with him. Chaz, how's Ryan feeling out there tonight?
I was just about to ask him, Steve. Ryan, how's it going?
Yeah, no, so far so good, mate. Just cruising around. I can't see a lot out of here, but you know, it's fun.
Man, a few
Excellent.
words,
He sounds
Chaz.
in good spirits, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty casual. He's obviously striking. It's a lot easier to be casual when you're actually striking it well.
Yeah, makes the game much more relaxing, doesn't it? Okay, so Benny's got a tough chip here. He's got to land this in the frog hair where it could either stick or jump. Probably could even land this round the front of the green from there and still get, which I think he's done pretty nicely.
He was a long way out.
Gee, he's hit a great shot here. That's a great shot. Great shot from Benny. Yeah, grab him now, Chaz.
Chaz, how does Benny feel after hitting that chip shot in?
Yeah, mate, that one felt pretty good. See the flag now, it's something to aim for.
Benny, tell me about your Star Wars glow-in-the-dark putter. That was something pretty special.
Mate, that's a limited edition from Darth Vader.
So that's what they must have been doing on the third green, glowing up his fancy Star Wars.
I don't know if you guys saw, Steve, but Benny's got a glow-in-the-dark putter.
I don't know about Darth Vader, mate. Dark Vader. That's about all he is.
Bit of Dark Vader action happening there. Glow in the
Nighttime
dark
slicer, mate. Dark Vader.
It didn't seem to help him on that last hole, so hopefully it doesn't glow it up this time, and he sinks it. Thanks, Chaz.
Great chip there by Benny, though. Let's give credit where credit is due. That's a fantastic shot under a bit of pressure there. Let's hope the glow-in-the-dark Enterprise can tap it in for him.
We might just have to check with our match officiator, Mr. Pavey, to see if that's actually legal at Erina Creek. Is it a yes or no for the illuminated putter?
Mate, that was passed at the last at the international convention that you're at. Can't you remember that?
I was too drunk in Hanoi. I wouldn't remember that. Okay, well that's good.
That's good.
It has
So
been
it seems
passed.
like it's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair game.
So Rhino's got a putt to win this hole. It's not going to do a lot. It might just, if it loses pace, it might fall a little bit towards the Munj. But I think just on the right edge at a nice firm pace.
Oh.
And it stayed there. Okay, so that's a rock solid 3 for Rhino. Benny to knock this in for what would be a very, very good half. See how he goes. That's a nice little stroke. He's pulled it. Well, that's a shame after hitting that great recovery.
Yeah. And getting a bit fair dinkum.
Yeah, getting. I suppose they're not kick-in distance, but I would have thought they'd be gimme, let's go. I can guarantee you Benny's as good if this goes in. Yep.
Yeah.
Have that one now, Benny. Okay, so Rhino goes to the 5th one up. A great tee shot in the mist on the tennis hole there. And maybe the 5th will be a bit easier tonight, Slapper, with that overnight rain. Might be able to land something. Look at that pin position. That is just diabolical. You've got to go over the Valley of Sin, and if you hit it too far, you're in the Gully of Death.
Tough hole.
It's just sin and death everywhere here. It's like a Stephen King novel, the 5th hole.
It's a bit eerie out there tonight too, I think, with the mist rolling in. Looks like it was built for
Did he write
Stephen
a
King.
book called The Mist? I think he did. Maybe it was Erina Creek that gave him the inspiration. You're welcome, Kingy, if you're listening. I know he loves the show.
The boys are just checking the distance. It's 106 metres tonight, so it's a fair dinkum one.
Nice, well struck gap wedge might just fly onto the front of the green and land softly. Might be the night where you can actually get one close, but
got a few spectators rolling through
has to be a good, well struck shot.
Rolling through the course there.
I think they've missed the bus.
The bus stop's up the other end.
Yeah. Over Ryan's head.
Or maybe the bus has just dropped them off.
Yeah.
Probably on their way up to Erina Fair. That's quite close here. You can get a lovely
coming back from
Dax
Mingara
up there on special at Lowe's.
Yeah, it's they do schedule a bus around our night golf times to bring all our spectators, encore spectators here, and and to make sure the bus doesn't interfere with play. And as we've said before, the bus shed is available for hire for weddings, 21st birthday parties. Very, very popular.
Very friendly bus driver, Mick Lamaro, will pick you up and drop you home.
Yep.
Rhino's just checking
stories about the last round of golf he played, but at least you get home safely.
You do.
I think Ryan's just checking he had the right club out of the bag.
Gets a bit like that at night golf, doesn't it? Yeah. Spend more time looking at the bottom of your club than you do looking for your ball.
There's a few that bring spare torches just so they can see their clubs.
Okay, so he wants a nice, high, soft shot here. One up, so he's going to take it straight at it. No, he's gone a little bit right of the hole.
Right's good.
But right's the safe option. Now, has he got the distance? Oh, he's absolutely staked it. Hook one back. Well, that's just sensational golf.
That's the shot so far.
That'll have Benny wondering what he has to do.
And you called it right. The green did hold there. Normally a shot like that, the ball's bounced through into the, what's the Valley of Death or Valley of...
The Gully of Death
Gully
out
of
the
Death
back, Valley of Sin at the front, yeah.
I think Benny's going to check his club selection too. He's
Yeah.
running back to the cart.
Here comes Athletic. There you go.
Oh, jumping on that dewy piece of timber. I've made myself look stupid a couple of times doing that.
I've almost broken a couple of hips doing that myself.
That could have been an Achilles, a hammy.
Oh,
he's got spikes
too.
too.
Could have gone wrong. Okay, so Benny needs to answer here. He doesn't want to go too down, slap the four to play. It's
a nice slip would have made good vision, but
excellent.
It's been pulled towards the bus shed. Hope there's no one in there.
Right. It might cut. It's cutting back a bit. Might be on that back fringe of the green.
Not sure he knows where it went either. Bus shelter, you think?
He did comment on Tuesday night, Benny, that he always misses this one on the left, so he should be pretty used to being out there.
There's a bit of green to work with.
You've got to say advantage Rhino, Holmesy, after that great tee shot there, and he's hit some lovely shots tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that. That's a brilliant view of the course. On that from that angle.
Yeah, another one of my favourite holes, the 6th.
That's looking over the first tee box down, directly diagonal across the course down to the third.
Yeah, so the light,
beautiful.
The light that's shining on the bus stop in the distance, the boys are just about to hit the green behind that. So to give people out there a bit of perspective. I think it's time for Benny to stand up, Slap. I think he's got to somehow find a way to halve this hole and win the next to get back to square and try and get back into this match, because if he loses this, it could be Dormy after the next.
Where does he get his next shot?
Not till the 8th.
Yeah. So he's got to make it there first.
He's got to make it. That's exactly right. So you'd think head to head from here to there, it's certainly his advantage. Rhino at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. Geez, he hit a good shot there. That's just
Rhino's playing
shot.
well. Here we go, up near the bus shed. Underneath the bus shed. There's a few old timetables under there I saw the other day.
There's nothing temporarily movable about that object either, I will tell you. That is permanently immovable.
We do have preferred lie out there tonight, I believe.
Yeah, Benny would prefer he didn't hit it under the bus shelter, I'd say.
I think we've got the production crew busily looking for this ball.
Yeah, Rhino's helping.
yeah, Rhino said over there somewhere.
He's all business, right, isn't he?
Yeah. Remember a great story about Lee Trevino helping a bloke find the ball. He found his ball every time he hit it in the scrub, and every time he hit it in the scrub, he come up with a good lie, full swing, and nothing in front of him. And Lee clued after a while that this bloke was dropping a ball out of his pants. So he thought, I'll go and help him find the next one, see if I can prove it. And funnily enough, the bloke finds his ball again.
Yeah.
Great lie, full swing, nothing in front of him. Lee said, now I know you cheated. He said, why? He said, because I picked your ball up 2 minutes ago.
We've got word from the producers. They found his ball.
Here he is.
He's hit it from just on the other side of the bus shelter. So that camera view you could see before was just hiding Benny's shadow was in there. So he was just
he didn't have to actually go over it, Holmes. He just chipped around it.
Just chip around it. Looked like it.
That would have been interesting, going over the bus shelter. Just making sure all the rules are obeyed there. Rhino might be wandering over and saying, how come you dropped it there, Benny? What's the go?
Well, it looks like Benny might still be away.
Yeah. He has to make this one.
Has to.
This green roll's pretty true, so hopefully there's no real break in it.
Yeah. Very much about pace, this putt. The Jew will keep it straight if he hits it hard enough. Well, he hit it. I think pace was good. He just never had the line, so...
He's burnt the sides a few times tonight.
So I think you can pretty much say that Rhino's...
Well, this is one he probably won't be ramming now. This case, 2 putts to win.
Yep. I think our score there saying
it to him.
Ryan's 2 up, so I think the producers have already given it to him.
Well, I think that they might have done a sports bet and
they've paid out early.
Paid out early.
And there it is. So Rhino goes to the 6th, 2 up, and if he wins this one, he's got Benny Dormy. So just good iron play at the moment, Slap. That's getting Rhino across the line, isn't it? He just has not hit a bad shot, really.
No, well, you think from the first hole, the second hole was a little bit long and left, but still, it was only 15 foot left at the flag.
Yeah.
And he's striping it. Third hole was a little bit, probably, he still hit the green there. Yeah. That was still all right.
He had a putter in his hand on every hole, hadn't he? So.
Yeah.
On to the 6th now, gents. 95 metres. Pins set to the left-hand side of the green in a fairly small section, so there's not too much landing space green-wise.
Good pin though,
here
Holmes.
tonight.
You can get at it. You've just got to be courageous enough to hit a 90-metre shot that lands over that hump, and it will release down to that flag.
So for the punters at home, you may not be able to see it too much there, but the pin's tucked behind a bit of a mound, pretty much as you can see right behind the flag there. The players are down the other end where that light is, heading back this way. So it's tucked around behind it, but as you said, Jones, you can get at it if you're brave enough to hit over that hump.
Yeah, just use the slope, the natural slope there. Sometimes you can get a bit of a kick to their left, but it will feed the ball down somewhere near the hole and give you a pretty makeable putt.
All right, here goes Ryan.
Again, sounds like good contact, and he's done real well here. That's just going to release down.
That's good.
So that's good golf when you're 2 up. Get it on the green.
I've seen Ryan hit a lot of shots over the years, and I don't think I've ever seen him swing more controlled and smooth than he's swinging now. He's really
looks good, doesn't it?
On top of his game, yeah.
Nice rhythm about his
That's what it is, rhythm.
tempo at the moment. Okay, so pressure on Benny. He needs to fight back. What's he got? Well, I think he's pulled this one. No, he hasn't. No, it's
not too bad.
Straight down the middle and just on the
about
front edge.
pin height.
Yeah.
Great response from Benny.
Yeah, I think
Often
that's
has
about
that
pin
little
height.
dismount at the end of his swing, doesn't he? It can be a bit confusing, but that's just the way Benny works.
Yeah, so there's a good shot of the course there, and the mist in the background. Nice mounds around this green. I think Brian's got a bit of a downhiller there.
Yeah, a little bit downhill. Straightish putt. We had a great match here that I think went out as a stream on one of the groups between Mark Newbury and a fella called, what's his name? Adrian Asif.
Asif.
Adam Asif. Adam Asif.
Yep.
They played their match was square after 9 holes. They had to play an extra 9 before someone won it. So they played an 18-hole match. Very entertaining match. Some of the best match play golf I've ever watched.
Yeah, fantastic match that was.
But they both had putts down this hill on the 6th from roughly this sort of position, and it stays a lot straighter. Blokes were reading it to try and go one way or the other, but it's a straightish putt down there. So
I think Ben's is fairly straight, but it does from there. It will break slightly to the right. It's quite strange looking at it from there. It looks like it's very, very straight from where he is.
Yeah, there's almost the hill at the front of the green plus the hill at the back. The flag is in a little valley there, so I'd say Rhino's probably away with the camera angle. I think, yeah, he looks like he's getting ready to... No? Maybe they're just sorting that out now. I think Rhino's convinced that he's further away, so he's going to have a roll. So potentially putting to go 3 up.
Nothing better than being Dormy, is there?
No. Nice feeling. Although we've all lost matches from being Dormy.
No.
No. Yeah, so they want it to come back, and it just doesn't come back.
Just an explanation for some of our players who may not be used to match play, some of our viewers, about what Dormy means. Dormy is when you are as many up as there are holes to go. So if Ryan was to win this hole, he would go to...
Well, this is a sniff.
Bang.
This is a big sniff.
Benny's in.
Wow.
Great putt from Benny and great comeback.
Fantastic.
He has had the speed right tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's just hadn't quite had the line right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was a great putt. Exactly what he had to do.
And again, typical commentator's curse when I'm talking about Ryan going to Dormy, Ben holds a putt.
Yeah.
But what Dormy is when you're as many holes up as there are holes to go, then your opponent basically has to win every hole.
Yes.
To square. And then you'll be squared at the last, and then you either call it a square after the game, after 9 holes, or then go to the playoff. And Dormy's a good spot to be in, especially when you're like Dormy 6, because you know all you have to do is halve one hole
and you're home.
Coming in and you're home. Because you actually run out of holes. You're so many up, you run out of holes for your opponent to come back at you.
So talking about it now, Benny's 1 down with 3 holes to play, but he's also got a shot on the 8th, so he's got a bit of an advantage in that respect. But he's gonna have to get to the 8th anyway, not go down here and be dormy. So he's actually got a really good opportunity to take it.
You just got to get good thoughts in your mind. You just got to think, well, I did it on the last hole. He had a reasonable shot there, and this hole, I'd say, would suit Benny as well. And so just put a nice swing on it, smooth swing. Just make good contact. Just make good contact. Get the ball down there somewhere, and then force Ryan to keep going.
I think tonight's been an excellent night for people who are watching out there who haven't played much night golf, to see the sort of challenges that, and Slapper, you and I are veterans of a couple of decades of night golf, so we've seen all this before. But I think a lot of the viewers out there, we talk about the challenges of night golf. Well, we've had 2 holes tonight where they couldn't see the flag from the tee. One of them was only 90 metres long.
Exactly.
So, and one of the other challenges is that loss of connection between the ground. See how Benny goes here. Lost that a little bit right,
again.
and maybe short.
Leaning again, I'd say. Yeah, there it is.
That's all right. It's
not
come
too
back
bad.
a bit.
That's
so
a good
get
miss.
putter in the hand. That's a good result.
That's a good miss there.
Great result.
Yeah, I think we've seen a few other night golf courses pop up in Abu Dhabi. Who've seen the coverage that we've been able to do here.
Yeah, well, Abu Dhabi sent their board of directors out here, and they've based their system on the Erina Creek system.
Copied a few holes too.
Yep.
Oh, this
He's
looks
taken
good.
a lot of dirt with him in that one
This looks
Come
good.
on, be the right
as he hit
club.
through it.
No, just on the front. So that's all right. He's got a straight uphill putt. So probably again, advantage Benny. Benny's got a very makeable putt there. Nice little gentle right to lefter that you can swing around that hill.
Interesting to see there that Benny actually played off the turf there, didn't use a tee, and Ryan did use a tee. And I remember Nicholas used to always say he always used a tee on a par 3.
Yep.
Because he said, why give yourself an average lie when you can always have the perfect lie?
Yeah.
And I think it's important around here to make sure you get that perfect lie off the tee, just to get good contact. But Ben, anyway, threw it on the turf and hit a good shot. But I still think you're putting yourself at a bit of a disadvantage by playing off the turf. What about you?
Oh, I'm very much in the Nicholas camp.
Yeah.
I think if you can do something to make the shot easier, do it.
Like kick it,
Throw it,
yeah.
whatever.
Stand on your opponent's ball.
It's a great story about Nicholas Slap. You've probably heard this, but his concentration was remarkable and famous. And he apparently held a 6-foot slider for some tournament, not a major, but some tournament, as a jet plane flew overhead. And as the ball went in, one of his co-competitors said, "Didn't that plane put you off?" And he said, "What plane?"
Yeah.
And they reckon to train, he used to put a matchbox on his kitchen table with nothing else, and then a pen and a notepad beside it. And you stare at the matchbox for 5 minutes, and you have to put a mark on the page each time you think about something other than the matchbox.
Wow.
And at the end of 5 minutes, Nicholas had 5 or 6 ticks on his page, and they reckon most people will have, 90 or 100. So his ability to focus was beyond reproach.
So what are you thinking of about now?
Well, how fantastic midget porn is, really. Oh, sorry, no, I was just more really thinking about the state of the match.
Would we need a felt marker to put a mark next to your bit of paper after that revelation?
Probably, mate. Yeah, probably. I think the mark goes somewhere on that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't think this is going to get there, Benny. It's just a little uncomfortable distance on the 7th hole of a semi-final match, isn't it?
Yeah, he might have had the same thought you had.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
We do know Benny is... Benny was the one that taught me the difference between erotic and kinky.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently kinky you use a feather, but... erotic you use a feather, and kinky you use the whole chook. I didn't know that till I met Benny Williams.
Anyway,
he's got the line. It's just ran out of pace. Good effort.
Anyway, back to the golf. Hey?
Okay, so Rhino's got a rock solid par. Benny needs to make this to stay 1 down going to the 8th where he has a shot. Just needs to keep the pace up here. This will duck left if he hits a dribbler. Yep.
Beautiful.
Well done. Okay, so over to the 8th. Good match developing
Shape,
now.
yep.
I was worried that Rhino was going to run away with it, but that birdie and par for Benny on the last 2 really brought him back.
Well, you know, as soon as I mentioned Ryan was going to go dormy, commentator's curse, it was going to go the other way. So we'd always be guaranteed of that happening. Interesting hole, this next hole. You see a lot of players go long on the hole. I don't know whether it looks different to 103, but see a lot of players.
I played on Tuesday night, did the same thing, hit it 20 yards over the back.
Yeah, it's very deceptive looking at it from the tee box. You can see quite a lot of shadow going down the fairway there. It's very deceptive of how short the hole actually is.
Yeah.
It looks like it dips it away quite early on, but there's quite a lot of distance between it.
And anything landing on the front releases down that hill really nicely. We nearly saw a hole in one in the match. The one that went
Had a
9
massive,
extra
almost
playoff
hold
holes,
out.
Yeah.
Was that on the second 9?
Yeah, the second last hole. I had to watch it 3 times to believe it missed. It just, when you were watching it, it looked like it couldn't go anywhere.
And
within the hole.
Noobs hit it long as well, but hold his putt.
Hold
so
his putt for
they
the
halved
hole.
that hole.
On that hole or on the 8th hole?
On the 8th, mate.
So we're getting some word out from the course commentator Chaz. So on the 8th, Benny gets a shot. So they halved the last hole. Ryan is now 1 up going into the 8th.
Steve.
Okay, so Benny wants to put some pressure on here, knock one in nice and stiff. He
Interesting.
gets
They
one
thought
close here,
Benny
he
might
can
have been
virtually-
level up after that
Yeah.
last one. I think Ryan might have asked that question.
Not as much of a lean this time, which means it should be going.
Oh, he's look, it's
Yeah.
makeable. The King of Night Golf hole one from out there on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Probably a bit closer than that, but yeah,
I think he sliced that around Panther Track.
yeah,
Lamaro tree. That was the tree, wasn't it?
that was it.
Mick Lamaro hit a socket into the tree and onto the green.
Yeah, and then made the putt, I think, too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of Mick's rare sockets. Normally averages 1 per 9.
Yeah. Good, nice action through the ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Right in that gully.
Right,
And he's
gully,
got
so
a
that's quite makeable across there.
fairly straight putt from there,
But-
hopefully.
You know, if Benny chips it close here, he's got to make it. So
Yeah, it won't be an easy chip for Benny, I think. He's going to have a bit of a downhill run into it, I think. So
and there's a lot of soft, wet, fluffy stuff in front of him, so he has to land at fringe.
What's in the distance there? Is that the animal walking across there?
That's probably the Erina tiger.
Is it? I
Yeah,
thought
the Erina
so.
tiger. They
It's
were
never
thought
been-
to be extinct, but
It's
I've
ne-
seen that's the third one I've seen
But that's
since
the
I've been coming here.
First one we've ever seen live.
Yeah, live, yeah.
It's been
First-
caught. There you go.
So there you go. We've proved the existence of the Erina tiger.
Those people who are going to be watching this again, if you just look to
that's the one that's black with orange stripes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ECG tattooed on its forehead.
yeah,
Yeah.
I might go home and rewind that and have a look at it again on the because all of these live streams you can see, you can actually watch them again. Just go to the Facebook page and click on videos and watch them all again. So anyone who missed that, just have a look up in the top right of the screen and you'll see the Erina tiger.
I think
Am
there's
I
a-
right, Slapping, thinking that's the first time it's been captured on film?
First time.
Yeah.
First time. Everyone talks about it. I've never
Yeah.
seen it before. I know
Yeah.
people have spoken about it. Probably held in the same respect as the Loch Ness Monster, I guess.
Or
Bigfoot,
the
Loch Ness.
thylacine, I suppose, you
The
know.
thylacine, yeah.
Tasmanians, how you
top.
going now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
We've got our own.
The Erina
Don't need
tiger.
you.
There it is.
Cut the rope, let him go.
Oh,
Okay, so Benny's going to have a little
He's taking
He
his
gets
club length.
his club length here. Tough chip. If he's a few steps closer, it becomes a real easy chip. Here, he's just got to fly it far enough to get it on the green, and it's got to have a little bit of stop or a little bit of trajectory to slow it down. Otherwise, it's going to hit the green and shoot almost over to where Rhino's ball is.
Looks like he's got no green to work with there.
Nah, it's a pretty tough shot.
Chip.
Yeah, this will end up over near
a bit
Rhino's
long.
ball. Yeah.
That's released.
It's
might
just
just
it's a hard. You've nearly got to open the face up and
I might just duck
umbrella one
out
in
to
there.
Chaz. Chaz, if you can hear me, mate, if you're able to move the president's cart maybe just a little bit further forward, we might be able to see footage of this putt.
There we go. Look at that. Look at the way the communications work. Now we've got Benny. Now with
Bagging your way.
putt for par, but really he just wants to make sure he makes 4 here. Make Rhino hole it. If you can drop it in, it's even better. Well, it's got a sniff if it
Needs a
comes
break.
down that hill.
Broke after the hole,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I think Ryan might have had a bit of a view at that now
Oh,
too.
he was right
Yeah.
in schooling on that one.
Yep.
He was right there looking at that one. Plus, also with a bit of dew on the green, you can sometimes see the ball track. We saw it
For
on
the
hole.
match.
For the match and to go into the next round.
For the match.
Let's see. I think he needs to hit this nice and firm around the left lip, maybe
Left lip.
a little bit outside it.
Yep.
He started well outside
well
it. I
outside.
don't know if it'll come back that much. Will, but too late.
Wow, what an opportunity missed.
Okay,
You
so
have to go,
I'd say that'll be good, and Rhino and Benny will walk to the last
Perfect.
with Rhino 1 up. So Benny's got to do something special here, Holmesy.
Whoa,
There we have
hey.
it. The Arrow and a Tiger. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that may look like a domesticated animal out there, but they are ferocious. I've seen them
Absolutely.
tear much bigger animals apart.
It's actually eating concrete there.
Eating concrete. Look at that.
We've got it.
Magnificent beasts, aren't they?
I hope it doesn't go near the players. It's actually a rule of golf that you can actually get relief from dangerous animals.
Yeah.
And there it was.
Wow. The Arrow and a Tiger.
There you go, folks. One of the first to be seen on live film.
There you are. That'll be on today, tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, tonight.
Yeah, that'll.
Today.
I'd say David Attenborough will be looking at this footage within the hour.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
quite
someone will
frankly, if
get
he
word
doesn't,
to
he's
him.
an idiot.
Yeah.
And I know it's not
Course.
fair to speak ill of old man. Is he dead yet, or is he just really close? I'm not sure. I don't like people
Alive
who
or
like
gone?
nature.
Don't know.
Yeah.
No, we're
Okay,
getting
so
word from the
Rhino-
producers. He's well alive.
He's well alive.
He's well alive.
This is a marvel of horticulture. This tea that Pavey Incorporated have grown out there. It looks like an
Yeah.
artificial tea.
Yeah.
But
The
it's
Sir Pavey Cooch will actually grow on the bonnet of a Volkswagen.
really, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's been specially engineered to grow where there's no sun. It'll grow in a black hole.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Benny. Wonder if we can see a hole in one. The great John Murphy had one here on Tuesday night. See a good celebration. Anyway, Benny's a great celebrator. Oh, that looks to be in the car park.
Oh, my car's there.
Oh no,
No.
it's not. It's in the hole.
Go!
No.
Oh, short.
Just the wet conditions pulled it up. He landed it somewhere near John Murphy's shot. Okay, so Rhino, a half will get him into the next round.
Yep, he's got the right club.
Just checking that. Checking it said 60 degrees and not 6 iron.
Yep. You could hear a pin drop.
Seemed like nice contact there. Nice little spin.
Oh.
one. Oh no,
He's
it's
short as well.
It's short.
Now that putt that Ben's got there,
Very makeable slap.
yes, and
Very makeable uphill, so you can give it as much pace as you like there. It's going to just gently slide to the right as it slows down.
well, you guys were all wondering why I was out there putting that time and time again. Was
Yeah.
just so that it's the exact moments that I could commentate exactly on where it's going to break, and I can't remember. Shows my concentration level. So
What do they say about the best laid plans of mice and men?
That's right.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know it breaks one way.
Yeah.
So do you think it breaks, say for Ben's
It's gonna break to screen left, mate. So
Yes.
it's a slice putt for Benny.
Yeah, the whole green sort of slopes left to right in this
Probably,
one.
depending on the pace, at least a hole to the left.
Yep.
Probably at the most a hole to the left rather, and then a bit straighter if you're going to go harder.
So Ryan's would be straighter.
Ryan's will be pretty much straight up the hill there.
Yeah.
His will just wobble a little bit to the right at the end, but he can probably aim left lip even inside it if he's going to keep the pace up.
And
he is putting through a little bit of. Oh no, he's got a chipper there, has he?
No,
he's got the putter. Yeah.
And so it is going to bounce a little bit for the first 10 feet of its travel. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep it online. There's that bounce we're talking about.
It is
but he's
for the
kept
match.
it online.
Hasn't made it there.
Oh, great effort. Giving Benny a real good look here. So this is to Benny to stay in the match. If he misses, Ryan is our winner and advances to the next round. Seems to be aiming right where he needs to be. Well, I like this if the pace is up. Too much.
Too much.
Hit it through the break.
Too much.
Well, congratulations, Ryan Edwards. Great match. Good win. And I think he'll go well in the next round too, Slap. He seems to be playing really well.
If he plays like he did tonight, just very, very controlled and got the job done.
And well played too to Benny, you know, coming back on the 6th there with that birdie that kept the match alive.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be Dormy, so to go down to the 9th hole.
Excellent. Yep. It's
Fantastic.
great. Love to see the matches go the distance.
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
Okay.
Players coming back into the
You
Lamington
can
Lounge.
see a lot of the
Yeah, I
crowd
think-
have already left, and we can get them in and out of here pretty quickly. So
I don't think they're coming in for tonight, so we can wrap it up. So hey, boys, so we got Ryan through to the next round. I think it's down to the final 8 in the next round for him. So quarterfinals, only a couple of matches between him and the final for the autumn Matchplay comp. Benny bows out, unfortunately. He's a course regular, life member. Lives a stone's throw away, although I think he's moving away. So, boys, he's out, but Ryan's through.
Yeah, excellent. And look at that. What have we got flying through the air there?
wow.
Oh, lovely. A few birds coming across it. No, look, excellent match. Congratulations to Ryan. He's really getting a whole lot of skills, a lot of experience around here now. He's been playing some big games, and hopefully we'll see some good golf again from Ryan.
Okay, great. Well, that's a bit of a wrap from us in the Lamington Lounge. So it's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me. I'm
Thank you, Holmesy.
if
Good
you're
job,
watching out there,
Good
mate.
job.
So
Probably don't need John Murphy anymore. So if you're listening, John, don't come Monday.
I was keeping the chair warm for you, mate, but these gentlemen they've made me feel at home in the commentary box.
And I think it makes us all look better if someone on the commentary team has glasses. Oh, you had glasses.
Yes,
all
I'm
along
yeah,
anyway.
I'm
Actually, we don't need you,
well.
Holmesy. We'll get both back.
So it's a no glasses commentary team, right? All right, I'll get back out on the course next time. So, all right. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Appreciate you having me tonight, and we'll see you next time out in Facebook land. Thanks for having us.
Good luck. Keep night.